welcome aboard. Thank you for flying JetBlue.
We're here with Rob Mahaffy of JetBlue Airways, where he's the manager of regulatory compliance. He's also one of the founders of JetBlue's Vets in Blue mentoring program. Mahaffy spent 20 years serving in the U.S. Air Force. And Jonathan Toppon, the manager of talent acquisition at JetBlue. He was a senior chief Navy counselor and a machinist first class in the U.S. Navy. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So JetBlue is looking to hire military veterans. What is it that you're looking for in a candidate?
All the skill sets that our servicemen and women come to the civilian world with are such a beautiful fit for what JetBlue is looking for. So when you talk about program management, when you talk about supply chain experience, when you talk about leadership, when you talk about multitask abilities, these all lend themselves so well to every position that we have at JetBlue, from entry level to Dave Barger as a CEO.
So tell me about your personal military experience and what skills you think are most valuable to you in your corporate job.
Well, I started in the Air Force in 1983, went to 2003. My job was in flight operations for various types of aircraft, whether it be trainers and fighters, bombers, tankers, airlift, and theaters all over the world. So it gave me a very large breadth of experience to draw from. I'm the manager of regulatory compliance, which means I am the liaison to the FAA and several other government agencies to speak for JetBlue and handle compliance issues as they come up. A lot of the FAA inspectors are prior military, so there's a likeness in the way we communicate. So it's really served me well.
What about you? What was your personal military experience like, and what do you think has been most valuable to you?
I joined the Navy in 1985 as a nuclear machinist mate, a nuclear power plant operator. Within 4 or 5 years, one of my leaders came to me and said, you know, with your personality and the way you carry yourself, you should become a recruiter. So lo and behold, a couple months later, I got orders to New York recruiting district. I became what they call a career recruiter and switched over to the Navy counselor rating. So my transition, so to speak, was not as hard because I was in the civilian community for 12 years.
Mm-hmm. Was it hard for you to find a job?
No. I took 6 months off. And then I started consulting with a college here in the city in their admissions department. I was a recruiter. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. And that's how I came across JetBlue, because I was speaking to a prospective student and about the college, and all this guy was talking about was JetBlue, JetBlue, JetBlue. He was so pumped up, fired up, and super excited about JetBlue, JetBlue Airways. And at the time, guess what? JT did not know anything about JetBlue. Mm-hmm. I had no clue it was an airline because I had no intention or thought of moving into an airline. And that's probably one of the biggest things I would like to try and crack with the servicemen and women transitioning out, because they're in a rating or a job, MOS, or some type of position that they're doing for the 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, 20 years, and they only think that way. They don't think that their skill sets can relate somewhere else. And everything we do in the military lends itself to any type of position in any type of company, in my opinion. Take the time, do the research, see what drives your heart, because we don't want you to come out of the military and join the rat race. We want you to come out of the military and become a positive, enthusiastic member of society and be happy, you know? So that's just JT's spin on the thing.
I'd like to just piggyback on what JT said. A lot of the skills that are incorporated or ingrained in a military member, the professionalism, the yes sir, no sir, how to carry yourself, how to dress. These are all the skills that we take for granted, that we don't really look at them as skills. And I think that people who are thinking about transitioning out of the military really underestimate themselves. They really underestimate, I know that this was true for me. These skills are solid, they are marketable, and they're valuable, and you will use them every day in your working life, in your career.
We'll be back with Rob Mahaffy and Jonathan Toppon of JetBlue in just a moment. Stay with us.